जयतु धर्मस्ततो जयः।
The format of the examination and the type of questions to expect are mentioned in the scheme of law clerks that is uploaded on the website of the Supreme Court, and you can access it from the website anytime under the tab Judicial Clerkship. So as per the scheme, the examination shall happen in two parts. Part 1 shall be of 3 hours, in which you will get 100 questions of 1 mark each. So it will be of 100 marks, and the questions shall comprise of English comprehension, questions related to constitutional law, Indian Penal Code, CRPC, CPC, Indian Evidence Act and Indian Contract Act, and also the questions related to the developments in law in the last 1 year. There will be negative marking. Part 2 of the examination shall comprise of 3 questions. Question number 1 is of brief making. In this question, you will be given a sample SLP or writ petition, and you will be required to make a brief summary of the case file within the word limit as mentioned. Question number 2 is a research memo. Research memo question will include a certain set of facts and reference material, and you will be required to produce an answer making a research memo out of those facts. Question number 3 of the examination shall be an analytical question where a candidate will be given 5 questions out of which they have to answer 1 question. The parameters for checking the question paper is also given in the clerkship scheme, and the candidate can look at the clerkship scheme and get all the relevant information related to the type of questions, format of the exam and the assessment criteria.
Law clerks are involved in 3 primary tasks. First is the preparation of briefs or short notes of matters that are listed before the judge that they're working for. Second, judges do a lot of public forum work, which could be speeches or forewords that they're required to write for books. So law clerks are involved both in brainstorming ideas for such speeches and forewords and drafting of it. And third, law clerks are also required to prepare research notes on legal issues. These research notes then are used by the judge to assist the judge in the preparation of judgments.
Good legal research and writing skills are critical to the job of a law clerk. In addition, I would say it is important for a law clerk to be able to observe court proceedings very closely and take comprehensive notes. This proves to be extremely useful in assisting the judge with the preparation of judgments.
Daily life of a Supreme Court clerk would vary, of course, depending on the judge you're working with, his styles, needs, and of course the amount of work you have on a given day. But on average, your day would start at around 10 a.m. You're expected to generally attend court proceedings, and thereafter you prepare case briefs for any fresh matters that are coming up and carry out your research editing for the judgments that you're working on. The evenings are when the judge is usually free to sit down with you to discuss either the fresh matters or any judgment that you are assisting with.
There are 3 key skills that I learned as a law clerk. The first is the ability to clearly identify the legal issues that are at play in any given dispute and being able to crystallize the essence of it effectively and present it in that manner as well. The second is also being able to understand the workings of a judge's mind and understand what is persuasive to them and what is not. And closely tied to it is the third skill of seeing brilliant counsels come in and out of the court every day and gaining insight into effective advocacy style. My clerkship has significantly impacted both my career and life. In my early days as a litigator, I found that my ability to be able to effectively summarize lengthy files and present them in a brief, concise manner was extremely helpful when a new matter came into the office and I had to present it to my senior colleagues. Secondly, the skill that has come in very handy is again the perceptiveness that I built to what kind of arguments judges tend to be persuaded by and what they are not persuaded by. And in my life, of course, I would say that all the lessons that I learned from Justice Shantana Gaudar, not just on the law but on life, are something that I often go back to very often, and they have continued to guide my approach to life and the law.
The clerkship impacted my career in life. I think world over, law clerks and the position of a law clerk carries with it some value and distinction. Outside of that, of course, you also become more familiar with the legal community by virtue of being present in court every single day for an extended period of time, which is useful in your early days as you're trying to assimilate into the legal profession. And finally, I'm pursuing my LLM currently at MIDS Geneva, and I'm sure the clerkship was a big plus if you're also to look at it purely in terms of the weight it might add to your CV.
My area of interest is constitutional law, and I intend on entering the academia in the future. During the course of my clerkship, I've been exposed to a lot of constitutional law issues, and this clerkship has also helped me fine-tune my research and writing abilities, which are important and necessary for an academic.